Hey guys, Ziyall here of the WoW Noob channel. I want to say I'm sorry that I haven't done a video in the last about 2 or 3 weeks. I've been extremely busy at work. I've been working my ass off. Literally. You can see where I've been walking because you can find little pieces of Ziyall ass on the ground where I've been walking. That's how much. No, I'm just kidding. But yes, I have been working a lot lately. There's some people are sick and it's the flu season, so I've had to do a little bit of extra shifts and so on. So I've been extremely busy, but anyway, I wanted to make this video because there's something that I have seen on the WoW. It's not the forums, it's just some of the news. And something that I've been looking forward to for a long time. Something that a lot of people said that they didn't think it would come, but I've had my eye on for some time, and I must admit that I think this would have been available eventually. I am talking about cross-realm raiding. Now, the article doesn't mention a lot of information about it. From my guess, personally, is that you might not be able to do the latest tier raiding, at least not in the hardcore version. For example, take the Dragon Soul. The heroic version, maybe not. It's difficult to say because, again, if you take the normal version of Dragon Soul, there are a lot of achievements. And to get the meta achievements for the mounts, for example, that is also a part of the hardcore raiding community to get the world first meta achievements. So exactly how it's going to be working, at least with the latest tier content, it's difficult to say, at least for now. But what you will be able to do is you will be able to party up with people using real ID and go into raids. And from the looks of it, it's going to be everything from Molten Core and the first tier of the vanilla WoW up to where we are now, at least for Firelands. So the reason why I think this is very interesting and exciting is because as a video maker, I often get the question that would I like to play with them sometime? And the answer is yes. I definitely would like to play with a lot of the people that write me, but the biggest problem when wanting to play with someone that doesn't play on the same server, and just to give you an example, if I remember the numbers correctly, there are about 2.5 million people playing in US, or in Europe. I play on the EU servers, of course, because I'm from Denmark. So the chances that someone that wants to play with me is playing on the same server as that's pretty small. I don't know exact number of servers in Europe, but there are a lot, and I'm guessing the numbers are about the same as the US. So, starting up a character to play level 1 to 10 or 15 or 20, that's not particularly exciting, neither for me or for the one wanting to play. But now with this real ID stuff, and be able to cross-realm raiding, partying up and going into whatever raids, that opens up the possibility to play with people that want to play with me. Because finding people that are as much into achievements as I am, they're out there. I know. In the guild that I'm in now, I am the one with the highest points, highest achievement points. Now personally, I don't really care about achievements points per se. For me, achievements is about, because they're there, I want them. I'm farming for every single recipe that I can get for my professions. Why? Because they're there. I don't give a crap if it's a vanilla achievement from some raid that the thing that I can get is completely useless. I just want it because it's there. I like to collect stuff. That's why I'm farming for mounts, that's why I'm farming for non-combat pets, and like I said, recipes, and especially now on the WoW forums where you can go in and check your character and see what's, if you haven't seen this already, it's on, you can go in and click your character up on worldofwarcraft.com or wow-europe.com, whatever, and look at your character and see what recipes you have and also which you don't have and where you can get them. And this has been very good for me because I've been able to go out and start doing bosses and stuff to try to get these recipes. Why? Because they're there, they exist. And that's the same with me when it comes to achievements. The achievements are there. I know some of them are difficult, I know some are easy, I know some of them I will probably never ever get. But that's the good thing, because for me, achievements, I fell in love with the game even more when achievements came out. Keep in mind, I started to play the game about 3 months or something like that before Lich King came out. So I didn't really do that much before the achievements came, but when they came into the game, for me, the game just exploded in the love of it, because the fact that there's achievements out there, and especially with the Lich King, take an instance, for example, like World of War. Personally, one of my absolute favorite raids. It's so beautiful. The encounters are amazing, and the fact that you can do specific things within the fight, and that determines if it's on heroic mode, quote unquote, or if it's on more normal mode. I love that. It's so cool. But with raids now, all the achievements that you have there are a part of the meta achievement. But an instance like World War, there are so many other achievements that isn't a part of the meta achievement for the mount, and I have the mount for the 10-man version, meaning finding people that want to go in and do achievements that is not for the mount is insanely difficult. But if there are people out there that love achievements just as much as I do, well, maybe some of them would like to play with me, and using the Real ID system, you could party up and do these things. So this is for those of you that would like to do this, send me a private message through YouTube or send me an email. You can find the email on the bottom of the video description box, or I'll see if I can put it into the screen as well. But also, just the people that want to play with me sometimes, this will give the possibility to do that. But another thing that I wanted to mention, something that has been very interesting and I'm kind of looking forward to if it ends up becoming a reality, is I was approached by a guy, an American. He's from New York actually, which is a good idea. The fact that he's from New York means that the time difference isn't going to be that big of a problem. He asked that, he's a huge PvP guy. He started making videos for like a month or two ago, so he doesn't have that much yet, and he doesn't really know what he wants to do video-wise, at least not yet. He has done a couple of music videos, you know, from arenas, and he's also done I think it was a challenge answer or something like that for something that Swifty did. That one didn't have sound, and he also mentioned something about problems with sound recording, so I don't know really much about that part of it. But what I do know is this guy is a promising young video guy that might end up wanting to do video making way more serious, and he is also willing to go through my noobish PvP play to maybe partnering up for a 2v2 arena team, which I find very cool. Now obviously we'll need to get to know each other a little bit better, and I do have an old account from US that would obviously need to be reactivated, and I would also need to, well, I don't need to get Cataclysm right away, I guess. It's at Lich King right now, but I would need to level up a character to 85. And that's the plan for him as well. He plays a rogue, and I would probably be playing a hunter, because that's the class that I know best. And that could be really, really cool to maybe do some regular 2v2. For me personally, my computer isn't the biggest in the world, which means I could have some problems when it comes to live streaming. I've tried to live stream, but the biggest problem is that my computer isn't that fast, so it has some problems with the lag, and it freezes a little bit, and the frame rate goes down. And you don't feel it as much in the live stream, but when you're doing it, when you're playing it, you can really feel it. So now I don't know if he has the possibility of actually doing live streaming, but maybe he could. That could be cool. That way you could see us in action when we play, if we end up doing this. Now obviously, like I said, we would need to get to know each other, because, well, you've all known it, right? If you play on a raiding team, for example, on a regular basis, and someone that you can play with them and you can work well, but it's not, you're not the best friends. I mean, you might do a 5-man even, but actually on a regular occasion every week playing 2v2 where you would really need to work close together, that wouldn't be your first choice. And it's the same thing here. We need to figure out if we can actually, if we click together and all that stuff. But if everything works out, that would mean that we could be partnering up to work together. Two video makers. I don't know exactly what his plans are, at least as of yet, but for me, I would like to do some live commentary stuff where you could hear both me and him while we play. And that could be, well, this could be really, really cool. So I'm very interested in that project, to be honest. Something that I also I'm also working on at the moment is I have recorded some encounters from the LFR, because I know, at least for now, that when you're doing the raid finder, just about every single boss ability is very, very forgiving. You don't really have to do what you're supposed to do in a battle to survive. I mean, just to take the first boss for example, when those crystals come, you see people sometimes standing 12, 15 yards away from the crystal when it explodes. If you did that in normal, that's a wipe. But it doesn't matter here. That's a little bit annoying and a little bit... It's basically too easy. It's just about impossible to die. But what I wanted to do is, it annoys me to see people not trying. So I just got to the conclusion that maybe people don't really know what to do. So what I've done is I am going to start making, and not just with this tier, but the next as the next expansion comes, and hopefully we'll have more looking for raid, do some looking for raids guides. You know, where I'm not going to go into details, but if you want to do things correctly, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Because, and here's the kicker, if you do what you're supposed to be doing, that can actually get you into a raiding guild, if that's what you want to do. A lot of people haven't really raided before, but now with the LFR coming, that has been, suddenly raiding has become something that everyone can do. And that's a good thing, because Blizzard has spent hours and hours and hours on actually making these instances possible. So the fact that everyone can try them now is good for Blizzard, and it is good for us as well. So the fact that you can actually do this now, that can get you into a raiding guild. I mean, I have seen people that isn't in a guild that play perfectly. They do everything what they're supposed to be doing, and then suddenly, when you kill Deathwing, the person is in a guild. He started the instance being guildless, and now he's in a guild. Why? I'm guessing because he did everything he was supposed to be doing. But if nothing else, trust me, it's more fun if you do the fights the way they're supposed to be done. So that's something that I am working on, and hopefully we'll see soon. So anyway, I'm just rambling on. I don't even know what footage I'll be using, but you probably found that out now what it is. But I just wanted to say thank you for letting me take some of your time, and hopefully I'll have a little bit more time off work so I can do a little bit more videos again. And I hope to see you all soon. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not a member already, if you're not a subscriber already. And if you want to know more about what's going on, don't forget to check out my Facebook. And I think that's everything for me, at least for now. So, see ya!